Good morning, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. We are on chapter 83 or surah 83, Defrauders. Sorry, my voice is a little low today, a little tired. Okay, 83 Defrauders. Al-Mutaffifîn. I hope I said that right. This Meccan chapter begins with a warning to those who defraud scales about the honorable day ahead, where the wicked will be severely punished and the virtuous will be richly rewarded. The chapter closes by stating that the disbelievers will be paid back for making fun of the believers. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful, I seek refuge from God. I seek refuge with God from Satan the accursed. Assalamu alaikum. 83 Defrauders. Al-Mutaffifîn. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. 1. Warning to those who cheat others. Woe to the defrauders, those who take full measure when they buy from people, but give less when they measure or wait for buyers. Do such people not think that they will be resurrected for a tremendous day? The day all people will stand before the Lord of all worlds? Fate of the wicked. 7. But no, the wicked are certainly bound for Sijin in the depths of hell. And what will make you realize what Sijin is? A fate already sealed. It says Sijin is the name of a place such as confinements in the depths of hell. Woe on that day to the deniers, those who deny Judgment Day. None would deny it except every evil-doing transgressor. Whenever our revelations are recited to them, they say ancient fables. But no, in fact, their hearts have been stained by all the evil they used to commit. Undoubtedly, they will be sealed off from the Lord on that day. Moreover, they will surely burn in hell, and then be told, "This is what you used to deny." Fate of the virtuous. 18. But no, the virtuous are certainly bound for the Iliyun, in elevated gardens. And what will make you realize what Iliyun is? A fate already sealed, a witnessed by those nearest to God. It says Iliyun. Iliyun is an elevated place in paradise. Iliyun. Surely the virtuous will be in bliss, seated on canopied couches, gazing around. You will recognize their faces, the glow of delight. They will be given a drink of sealed pure wine, whose last sip will smell like musk. So let whoever aspires to strive diligently, and this drink's flavor will come from Tasnim, a spring from which those nearest to God will drink. The last laugh. 29. Indeed, the wicked used to laugh at the believers, wink to one another whenever they passed by, and muse over their exploits upon returning to their people. And when they saw the faithful, they would say, "These people truly are astray," even though they were not sent as keepers over the believers. But on that day, the believers will be laughing at the disbelievers as they sit on the canopied couches looking on. The believers will be asked, have the disbelievers not been paid back for what they used to do? 84. The sky bursting open. Al-Inshiqâq. Al-Inshiqâq. As a follow-up to the previous chapter, this Meccan chapter elaborates upon what to expect on Judgment Day. The believers will receive their records of deeds in their right hands and rejoice after an easy judgment, whereas the disbelievers will receive their records on the left hands and cry for an instant destruction. The disbelievers are criticized for failing to submit to God. Contrast with the full submission of the sky and earth in verses 1 through 5. More warnings to the evildoers appear in the next chapter. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. Horrors of Judgment Day. 1. When the sky bursts open, obeying its Lord and as it must, and when the earth is flattened out and ejects all its contents, and becomes empty, obeying its Lord as it must, surely you will all be judged. Fate of the faithful and the wicked. 6. O humanity. O humanity, indeed you are laboring restlessly towards your Lord, and will eventually meet the consequences. As for those who are given their record in their right hand, they will have an easy reckoning, and will return to their people joyfully. And as for those who are given their record in their left hand, from behind their backs, they will cry for an instant destruction, and will burn in the blazing fire. For they used to be prideful among their people, thinking they will never return to God. Yes, they would. Surely their Lord has always been all-seeing of them. Invitation to believe. 16. So I do swear by the twilight, and by the night, and whatever it envelops, and by the moon, when it waxes full, you will certainly pass from one state to another. So what is the matter with them that they do not believe? And when the Quran is recited to them, they do not bow down in submission. In fact, the disbelievers persist in denial, but God knows best whatever they hide. So give good news of a painful punishment, but those who believe and do good will have a never-ending reward. 85. Constellations. Al-Burûj. Al-Burûj. The beginning of this Meccan chapter condemns the persecution of the Christians of Najran, a city on the border of Yemen and Saudi Arabia, at the hands of the pagans around 524 CE. The tyrants are warned of the torment of burning, whereas the believers are promised a great reward in paradise. Both this chapter and the next swear by the towering sky, emphasize God's infinite power, pose a warning to evildoers, and stress the divinity of the Quran. 85. Constellation Al-Burûj. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. 1. The people of the fire pit. By the sky full of constellations, and the promised day of judgment, and the witness and what is witnessed, condemned are the makers of the ditch, the fire pit, filled with fuel, when they sat around it, watching what they had ordered to be done to the believers, who they resented for no reason other than belief in God, the Almighty, the Praiseworthy, the One, to whom belongs the kingdoms of the heavens and the earth. And God is a witness over all things. Those who persecute the believing men and women and do not repent will certainly suffer the punishment of hell and the torment of burning. Surely those who believe and do good will have gardens under which rivers flow. That is the greatest triumph. Warning to the Arab pagans. 12. Indeed, the crushing grip of your Lord is severe, for he is certainly the one who originates and resurrects all, and he is the all-forgiving, all-loving. Lord of the throne, the all-glorious, doer of whatever he wills. He has a story. Has the story of the destroyed forces reached you, O prophet, the forces of Pharaoh and Thamud? Yet the disbelievers still persist in denial, but God encompasses them from all sides. In fact, this is a glorious Quran recorded in a preserved tablet. 86. The Nightly Star. In this Meccan chapter, an oath is made that whatever a person does is recorded by vigilant angels, and that the resurrection is as easy for God as the first creation. Another oath is made that the Quran is a decisive message, and a warning is given to those who plot against God. 86. The Nightly Star. At-Târiq. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. God's power to create and resurrect. 1. By the heaven and the nightly star. And what will make you realize what the nightly star is? It is a star of piercing brightness. There is no soul without a vigilant angel recording everything. Let people then consider what they were created from. They were created from a spurting fluid stemming from between the backbone and the rib cage. Surely he is fully capable of bringing them back to life. On the day all secrets will be disclosed, then one will have neither power nor any helper. Warning to the Arab pagans. 11. By the sky with its recurring cycles and the earth with its sprouting plants, surely this Quran is a decisive word and is not to be taken lightly. They are certainly devising evil plans, but I am too planning. So bear with the disbelievers, O Prophet. Let them be for just a little while. 87. The Most High, Al-Allah. Unlike the wicked who plot against God, according to the end of the previous chapter, the Prophet is ordered at the beginning of this Meccan chapter to glorify his Lord. This fleeting world is compared to the short life of plants. The Prophet is reassured of God's support, and the wicked are warned of burning in hell. This warning is emphasized in the next chapter. The Most High, Al-Allah. 87. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful, the Master Creator. 1. Glorify the name of your Lord, the Most High, who created and perfected and perfectly fashioned all, and who ordained precisely and inspired accordingly, and who brings forth green pasture, then reduces it to withered chaff. The Quran and the way of ease. 6. We will have to recite the Quran, O Prophet, so you will not forget any of it, unless God wills otherwise. He surely knows what is open and what is hidden. We will facilitate for you the way of ease, so always remind with the Quran, even if the reminder is beneficial only to some. Those in awe of God will be mindful of it, but it will be shunned by the most wretched, who will burn in the greatest fire, where they will not be able to live or die. The way to success. 14. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves, remember the name of their Lord, and pray. But you deniers only prefer the life of this world, even though the hereafter is far better and more lasting. This is certainly mentioned in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Abraham and Moses. 88. The overwhelming event. Al-Ghâshiyah. Al-Ghâshiyah. This Meccan chapter compares the fate of evildoers in the hereafter to that of the good doers. Those who disbelieve in God's might are criticized for failing to reflect on the wonders of his creation and are warned of the fate of some destroyed disbelievers, mentioned at the beginning of the next chapter. 88. The overwhelming event. Al-Ghâshiyah. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. The people of hell. 1. Has the news of the overwhelming event reached you, O Prophet? On that day, some faces will be downcast, totally overburdened, exhausted, burning in a scorching fire, left to drink from a scalding spring. Scalding spring, scalding spring. They will have no food except a foul, thorny shrub, neither nourishing nor satisfying hunger. The people of paradise. On that day, other faces will be glowing with bliss, fully pleased with their striving in an elevated garden where no idle talk will be heard, and it will be the running spring, along with thrones raised high and cups set at hand, and fine cushions lined up, and splendid carpets spread out. A message to the deniers. 17. Do not ever reflect on camels, how they were masterfully created. 1292. Another possible translation, do not ever reflect on rain clouds, how they are formed. Do they not, a messenger to the denier. 17. Do they not ever reflect on camels, how they were masterfully created, and the sky, how it was raised high, and the mountains, how they were firmly set up, and the earth, how it was leveled out? So continue to remind them, O Prophet, for your duty is only to remind. You are not there to compel them to believe, but whoever turns away persisting in disbelief, then God will inflict upon them the major punishment. Surely to us is their return, then surely with us is their reckoning. So we gotta remind them. We can't persist. We can't push them. 89. Dawn. Al-Fajr. The Prophet is reassured in this Meccan chapter that the Arab pagans are not immune to the torments that befall Ad, Tamun, and Pharaoh. A reference is made to the wicked who fail to be disgraceful in prosperity and patient in adversity. The evildoers will be regretful on Judgment Day, whereas the righteous will be honored. Those who withhold God's bounties are criticized in this chapter and the next. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. 89. Dawn. Al-Fajr. 1. By the dawn and the 10 nights, and even and the odd, and the nights when it passes, it's all this not a sufficient oath for those who have sense? Did you not see how your Lord dealt with Ad, the people of Iram, and their great stature unmatched in any other land, and Thamud, who carved their homes into the rocks in the stone valley, and the Pharaoh of mighty structures? They all transgressed throughout the land, spreading much corruption there. So your Lord unleashed on them a scourge of punishment, for your Lord is truly vigilant. Bad news for the deniers. 15. Now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through his generosity and blessings, they boast, "My Lord has deservedly honored me." But when he tests them by limiting their provisions, they protested, "My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me." Absolutely not. In fact, you are not even gracious to the orphan, nor do you urge one another to feed the poor, and you devour others' inheritance greedily, and love wealth fervently. Enough. When the earth is entirely crushed over and over, and your Lord comes to judge with angels, rank upon rank, and the hell brought forth on that day, this is when every disbelieving person will remember their own sins. But what is the use of remembering then? They will cry, "I wish I had sent forth something good for my true life." On that day, he will punish them severely like no other, and bind them tightly like no other. Good news to the faithful. 27. God will say to the righteous, O tranquil soul, return to your Lord, well pleased with him and well pleasing to him. So join my servants and enter my paradise. Scow, like slow. Oh. 90. The city, Al-Balad. The underlying theme of this Meccan chapter is that human beings are equipped with necessary faculties to choose between right and wrong. The good doers are promised paradise, and the evildoers are promised hell. This theme is emphasized in the next chapter. 90. The city, Al-Balad. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. 1. Ungrateful disbelievers. I do swear by the city of Mecca, even though you, O Prophet, are subject to abuse in this city, and by every parent and their child. Indeed, we have created humankind in constant struggle. Do they think that no one has power over them? Boasting, I have wasted enormous wealth. Do they think that no one sees them? Have we not given them 2 eyes, a tongue, and two lips, and showed them the 2 ways of the right and wrong? The challenging path of good. The challenging path of good. 11. If only they had attempted the challenging path of goodness instead. And what will make you realize what attempting the challenging path is? It is to free a slave, or to give food in the times of famine to an orphan relative, or to a poor person in distress, and above all, to be one of those who have faith and urge each other to perseverance and urge each other to compassion. These are the people of the right. As for those who deny our signs, they are the people of the left. The fire will be sealed over them. 91. The sun. Shams. This Meccan chapter states that people have free choice to purify or corrupt their souls. Those who choose to purify will be successful, and those who choose to corrupt will be destroyed like the people of Thamud. Free choice is a highlight of the next chapter as well. 91. The sun, Shams. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful, purifying and corrupting the soul. 1. By the sun and its brightness, and the moon as it follows it, and the day as it unveils it, and the night as it conceals it, and by the heaven and the one who built it, and the earth and the one who spread it, and by the soul and the one who fashioned it. Then, with the knowledge of the right and the wrong inspired it. Successful indeed is the one who purifies their soul, and doomed is the one who corrupts it. Destruction of the people of Salih. 11. Thamud rejected the truth out of arrogance, when the most wicked of them was roused to kill the she-camel. But the messenger of God warned them, do not disturb God's camels, and her turn to drink. Still they defied him and slaughtered her. So their Lord crushed them for their crime, leveling all to the ground. He has no fear of consequences. 92. The night. Al-Layl. Layl. L-A-Y-L. Layl. This Meccan chapter emphasized God's power to create and show the way, and the people's ability to choose between good and evil, and the consequences of each route. The fact that the believers will be rewarded to their satisfaction is highlighted in this chapter and the next. The night. 92. Al-Layl. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. 1. The faithful and the faithless. by the night when it covers and the day when it shines, and by the one who created male and female. Surely the ends you strive for are diverse. As for the one who is charitable, mindful of God, and firmly believes in the finest reward, we will facilitate for them the way of ease. And as for the one who is stingy, indifferent to God, and staunchly denies the finest rewards, we will facilitate for them the path of hardship, and their wealth will be of no benefit to them when they tumble into hell. Reward of the righteous and the wicked. 12. It is certainly upon us to show the way to guidance, and surely to us alone belong this life and the next. And so I have warned you of a raging fire, in which none will be burned except the most wretched, who deny and turn away. But the righteous will be spread from it, who donate some of their wealth only to purify themselves, not in return for someone's favors, but seeking the pleasure of their Lord, the Most High. They will certainly be pleased. 93. The morning sunlight. Ad-Duha. It is reported that the revelation stopped for a while after the initial chapters of the Quran. So the Meccan pagans started to mock the Prophet, saying that God has become neglectful and hateful of him. Therefore, this Meccan chapter was revealed to refute their false allegations and remind the Prophet of some of God's favors. The morning sunlight. 93. Ad-Duha. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. Reassuring the Prophet. 1. By the morning sunlight and the night as when it falls still, your Lord, O Prophet, has not abandoned you, nor has he become hateful of you, and the next life is certainly far better for you than this one, and surely your Lord will give so much to you that you will be pleased. Did he not find you as an orphan, then sheltered you? Did he not find you unguided, then guided you? And did not find you needy, then satisfied your needs? So do not oppress the orphan, nor repulse the beggar, and proclaim the blessings of your Lord. Amen. 94. Uplifting the heart. Ash-Sharh. Ash-Sharh. Asharh. Ash-Sharh. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. 94. The uplifting the heart. Like the previous chapter, this chapter reminds the Prophet of more blessings to reassure him of God's continued support in the city of Mecca, which is mentioned in the next chapter. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. More reassurance to the Prophet. 1. Have we not uplifted your heart for you, O Prophet, relieved you from the burden which weighed so heavily on your back, and elevated your re-owned for you? So surely with hardship comes ease. Surely with that hardship comes more ease. So once you have fulfilled your duty, strive in devotion, turning to your Lord alone with hope. Oh man. Oh man. And the definite noun is repeated in Arabic and means that we are referring to the same thing. For example, I met a man and I gave the man some money. But if an indefinite noun is repeated, it means we are referring to two different things. For example, I met a man and I gave him some money. With this in mind, we realize that Chapter 94, verses 5 to 6 refers to one hardship, a definite noun, and two different eases, an indefinite noun. Hence, the Arabic saying, two eases cannot be overcome by one hardship. Okay, you guys, that was the last of the chapters that I'm reading today. I read from chapter 80. Chapter. What was it? I don't know what chapter I started on. 82. Yeah, no, 83. It says it's on the title. We will return tomorrow, inshallah, with 95. And wait, can somebody tell me the title? What chapter did I say I was gonna stop on? Oh boy. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Oh man. Yesterday I was working on 97. Oh, we're not done yet. Hold on. We're not done yet. I apologize. Okay. I had this here. I didn't know. It's my little bookmarks for paper. All right. 95. All right. The fig. At-Tîn. This Meccan chapter emphasizes that God honors humans, but many of them debase themselves by denying the meeting with him in the hereafter. Abu Jahl, one of the most notorious deniers, is referred to in the next chapter. 95. The fig. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful, reward of the ungrateful deniers. 1. By the fig and the olive of Jerusalem, and Mount Sinai, and this secure city of Mecca, indeed we created humans in the best form, but we will reduce them to the lowest of the low in hell, except those who believe and do good. They will have a never-ending reward. Now, what makes you deny the final judgment? Is God not the most just of all judges? 96. The cleaning clot of blood. Al-Alaq. Verses 1 to 5 are known to be the first ever revealed of the Quran. The Prophet was retreating at the cave in the outskirts of Mecca when the angel Gabriel appeared to him, squeezing him tightly and ordering him to read. Since the Prophet was unlettered, he responded, I cannot read. Ultimately, Gabriel taught him, read in the name of your Lord. Some scholars believe that this encounter is the fulfillment of Isaiah 29:12, which states, then the book will be given to the one who is illiterate, saying, read this, and he will say, I cannot read. The New American Standard Bible. The rest of the chapter was later revealed to deter Abu Jahl and the Meccan pagan elite from abusing the Prophet. I gotta look that up. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. The first revelation. 1. Read, O Prophet, in the name of your Lord who created humans from a cleaning clot. Read, and your Lord is the most gracious, generous, who taught by the pen, taught humanity what they knew not. The man who abused the Prophet. Most certainly one exceeds all bounds once they think they are self-sufficient, but surely to your Lord is the return of all. Have you seen the man who prevents a servant of ours from praying? What if this servant is rightly guided or encourages righteousness? What if a man persists in denial and turns away? Does he not know what God sees all? That God sees all? But no, if he does not desist, we will certainly drag him from the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. So let him call his associates. We will call the wardens of hell. Again, no, never obey him, O Prophet. Rather continue to prostrate and draw near to God. 97. The Night of Glory. Al-Qadr, 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 Al-Qadr. Qadr. 97. The Night of Glory. Since the previous chapter commemorates the first revelation, this Meccan chapter celebrates the glorious night of the Quran. The glorious night the Quran was revealed, which is believed to be the night of Ramadan 27. That's today. 610 CE. The reason why the Prophet was sent with the Quran is spelled out in the next chapter. In the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. The night the Quran was revealed. Indeed, it is we who sent this Quran down on the night of glory. And what will make you realize what a night of glory is? The night of glory is better than 1,000 months, the night that the angels and the Holy Spirit descend, by permission of your Lord, for every decreed matter. It is all peace until the break of dawn. The night of glory, 13:10. Says here, it is also believed that the angels descend with all the decreed matters for the whole year during that night. Al-Qadr means adornment or destiny. Okay, so now we're done with the chapters, and we will start on 98 tomorrow, but I am going to look something up real quick. Because it mentioned here that Isaiah 29:12. I got my Bible, by the way. I noticed that the Quran mentions the scriptures a lot. A lot of people don't know that, and I didn't know that either. Isaiah, right here, 5:57. Okay, 5:57. Isaiah 29:12. These pages are so thin. 29:12. Right here it says, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and their lips do not honor me, but they have removed their heart far from me, and their fear to reward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among these people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. That's crazy. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. Yeah, that's what it says in Isaiah, my bad, the Holy Bible. So, here we go. So tomorrow, chapter 95, or Surah, right? Surah 95. We will start, and I think that's the last of it. Tomorrow will be the last day of me reading the Quran. We did it. Okay, guys, so inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed, stay healthy, keep praying. I will probably be doing the all-nighter prayer tonight. I don't know what's it called. I forgot what it's called. It's like when you pray all through the morning. I was going to do it last night. I stayed at the mosque till like, what, midnight? It was pretty late. And then I couldn't stay longer because I had my kids. So it's not like they're going to sleep at the mosque. I don't know how that works. But yeah, inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow. And Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. And I hope you guys are having a great Ramadan this year. It's going really fast. It's going really fast. Assalamu alaikum.